Welcome to the Infinite Life podcast. I'm your host, Katish Haberfield. This podcast is a journey of discovery as we learn how the soul evolves over various incarnations to understand all about the complexities of being a human being who has to bravely navigate viewing life as a non-dualistic struggle between good and evil through consciousness-raising experiences that test our valor. Welcome back to the Infinite Life podcast. You are in season 7, episode 3. This is the final session for Isaya this week before we move on to another friend of the podcast. This session I am calling The Collector of Souls, and you'll see how sometimes our past life actions can lead to burden and weight when we fear loneliness and fear death. So I'm not really going to say any more other than you will find out in this episode why I call Isaya the collector of souls for this episode. I'd also like to point out that in this episode and in many future episodes for the next season of the podcast, you'll be introduced to the concept of the fragmentation of the soul. So when something happens to your ego-based personality, so you in a current lifetime or a previous lifetime where you have a negative experience and it makes the soul, the personality fragment or kind of chip off because the ego is wounded so much that it's like a disassociation or fragmentation of the personality. So this is a new concept that you will hear about in this season. And you can go and read up on fragmentation and disassociation of personalities. And we look at this at a spiritual level, not a psychologist level. So obviously I'm not a psychologist. However, as a spiritual regression therapist, I can see, just like I can see earthbound spirits in sessions using my mediumship skills and my third eye, I can tell when there's a fragmented personality that needs dealing with in a session. And if these fragmented personalities are not integrated back into the body, then they need soul retrieval. It's wonderful to do soul retrieval sessions, but sometimes we don't get all of the fragments of the soul, so we have to go back in time and find the lives that are associated with that. As always, thank you for listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed the culmination of Isaya's burden, weight, and the weight loss season for Isaya. And hopefully in 2024, when the podcast format will change completely, I will get some of the participants back one-on-one to talk about their experiences and see how the sessions have affected them with the feelings of being weighed down physically, emotionally, and spiritually and mentally in their lifetimes. Don't forget to rate and review this podcast so others can find it and share episodes on YouTube or social media. Namaste. As you step in through the doorway, you will step back into a moment in time, which is going to explain to us some of the issues that you explained to us earlier today about tendencies to hoard, not having enough, then having too much, and how this is weighing you down. So as you step through the door, I want you to step fully into your past life self. And I want you to activate all of your senses and tell me the first thing that you notice.
Cold.
It's cold?
Yeah.
What else do you know?
Yeah, it's snowy. It's really cold.
Knowing, okay. Do you know, are you male or female?
Look at my shoes. Just a minute.
Sure, look at your shoes.
Female.
Mhm. And if you could say whether you were a child or an adult, what would you be?
No, I'm an adult, I think.
Adult, okay. And how would you describe what you're wearing?
Like farm, peasant thingy, brown. mm, You say linen, but not posh.
And are you warm or are you cold?
Oh,
You're cold. So you don't have enough clothes on?
yeah, the clothes are not good quality enough or
Okay.
something of the sort. My shoes are wooden.
Okay.
They're like, the Dutch
Yeah, they're like clogs.
Yeah, clogs. That's the word. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
but they're not
is
the Dutch type.
no, okay.
No, they
Yep. But similar sort of concept. And
they're
if you could
dirty. The
they're
clogs.
dirty. They're dirty, okay. And is it nighttime or daytime?
It's that ish. It's like there's I'm in nature, but there's a village or houses. I can see houses, the
Mhm.
distance.
Mhm.
I'm in a wood type thing.
And if you could know what your name would be, what would it be?
Okay, let's go with this. The first thing that pops into my mind is a Dutch name, and it's Mariek.
Marique?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marieke, Mariki or Marika,
Okay.
Mariek. I don't know.
All right. And do you know whereabouts you are?
What do you mean?
Country, town?
Something northish for Europe. So I
Mhm.
would say Germany, maybe even Holland or Belgium, some over there.
Okay. All right. So I just want you to look around and let me know what you're about to do. Are you going somewhere or doing something?
Now I'm supposed to have finished whatever I came to do here outside the house or the
Mhm.
village,
Mhm.
and I was going home,
Okay. So what were you just doing now? Are you
gathering
just
stuff.
gathering stuff?
So I think I have a wood basket on my back,
Mhm.
a couple of baskets with berries, food type things.
Mhm. And are you taking them to your house or are you taking them to the market to sell or where are you taking this?
Like you said, market to sell, and that rings a bell, but I'm not sure.
Okay. How about you ask Marique to start walking and we'll see where she goes.
No, she's going home. I'm going home right
Going
now,
home?
but some of this stuff might be for sale later.
Okay. How about we just walk home and see what
Yeah,
happens? You tell me what you notice as you're walking home.
it's snowing. It's cold. And it's frightening because the sun has almost set and it's really dark. It's
Mhm.
starting to get really dark. And yeah, and it's like it feels like very poor, very scarce. everything is scarce in her life, my life.
Okay. All right. And can you take us to home?
Home is one room,
Mhm.
and it's one of those little hut type houses that is in the border of the village, almost outside.
And do you live alone or with somebody else?
It's confusing. The first thing that came when you mentioned home earlier was a lot of people in this one room.
Mhm.
But at the same time, there's a feeling of being alone. So maybe there were people before. Now I'm
Okay.
alone.
All right. How about you walk into the house and have a look around and see whether it suggests that there are people other than yourself living there?
No, at this minute, there isn't.
Okay.
It's just me.
Just you. Okay.
I feel like there might have been people before. So
Okay.
maybe I'm thinking about ghosts. It feels like there are people, but not people. Does that
Okay.
makes no sense.
Okay. And, so if the space feels like there are people there, but they're not there, which means they could be surrounded by ghosts. So let's explore that. How would you know if the energy in the room that feels like there's plenty of people there is actually ghosts? How would you know? How would Marika know? Can she see ghosts?
No, no, she can feel them, or she
She can
can,
feel them? Hmm.
yeah, not
And so can,
visually.
yeah, not visually. Can she feel
Mm,
them right now?
yes,
Yes. Okay. So how about we invite them to come up to us and let us have one speaker to represent them all. So who does she want to bring forward first?
her grandfather.
Grandfather. Okay. And Marika's grandfather. Hi, my name is Katish. I just
Right.
wanted to understand what happened to you and why are you still in this house?
We're all the people that Marika took care of.
Okay. And how
She
many of
helped
you
us.
are... Sorry?
She helped us.
Okay.
She helped us die.
Okay. Were you sick?
Some of us, most of us, just old.
Okay. And how many of you are there that you are in the house with?
Ooh, this is heavy. I'm going to say loads.
And so Marika's grandfather, why uh, did all of the people who died in this house stay trapped in the house and not go to the light?
No, some of them went.
Okay.
I think we all go. We all went. But then Marique, sometimes she calls us back or she remembers us so vividly that we are recalled.
Okay. All right. Uh, right now, grandfather, I want you to have a look at yourself. Are you presenting like somebody who thinks they still have a body, or how are you presenting?
Now if I look down I see a body.
You see a
See
body.
my 50-year-old body.
Okay. Except for if you touch your body, it's not there, is it?
No.
Okay. So it's really important that you go to the light and go to the heavenly realms and receive healing and take everybody that's in this room right now with you. Do you understand the importance of this?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, because it allows you to heal and it allows your family members to grieve and you free up the energy for Marika.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to call in the angels of transition right now, and they're going to bring in a rainbow bridge. And what I want you to do is I want you to round up all of the spirits that are with you, all of the people who were once alive that Marika helped. And the angels will provide assistance in any form that you need it to cross everybody over that rainbow bridge, which means if they need to carry you, they will carry you. If they need to put you in some kind of a chair or whatever, they will do that as well. So please let me know when you see the bridge.
Bridge is here.
Okay. So we wish you Godspeed. Please begin to walk over that bridge and towards the light, and you will see other family members waiting for you on the other side of the light. Could you please tell me when you reach the celestial realms and have been reunited with your loved ones? Just yell out goodbye when you have.
I am there.
Okay, goodbye. Godspeed. God bless.
Goodbye.
Okay, so Marika, there should be a whole lot of people crossing that rainbow bridge now.
There are. It's amazing. I know that I kept them here because I was lonely. It feels so good to see that they can proceed.
A lot of people don't realize that they can actually pull down people from reaching the light if they with their thoughts and they become a weight. So it's important for you to release and allow them all to go. Will lighten up your energetic field. If you could estimate how many people, have a good guess, that are crossing this bridge right now, how many would it feel like?
I don't think Marika can estimate that
Okay.
because she's not the only one who
What do
kept
you mean?
people down.
Oh, who else kept people down?
I did.
Who's saying I did?
I think it's me, actually. Me from now, Isaiah.
Isaiah.
I think we've been kind of transmitting ghosts, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
But what I see on the bridge, what we see on the bridge, whatever, is thousands of people
Okay.
crossing.
So just let them cross over. As they are crossing over, if there's anyone that you would like your conscious mind to know that you held back, just let me know what their names were.
There are some people that I don't know, but some names pop in my head. Isaiah don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Marika must know. If
Mm-hmm.
there's a Johan, there's my uncle Bernard, my grandfather Maurice, Tiarita. Sorry, that's a Greek name.
It's all right.
I think I basically kept everyone. It's
Did you keep it?
outrageous. I feel guilty.
Did you
My,
keep
I
them,
mean,
or was it your
hoarding,
small?
hoarding ghosts.
Did you keep them, Isaiah, or was it your small self?
My small self. Yeah, a lot of them. I think most of it is. It's really weird at this minute because both speaking for myself and Marika. But anyway, it feels like many of them I've kept because I didn't believe there was somewhere else they could go, somewhere
Okay.
safe, somewhere. And so I kept them with me for fear that they would die, if that makes no
Mm-hmm.
sense. But,
Mm-hmm.
and just earlier when you presented this bridge, and I could see that there is another side to
Mm-hmm.
the bridge. And I could
Mm-hmm.
see other people there waiting for them and waving, rejoicing. Oh, it's tears.
It's all right. Let it go. Release the tears. It's really important because what you're doing now, you're allowing yourself to grieve. Grief is very heavy, and
Yeah.
it lodges in the chest and in the lungs and becomes infection.
Mm,
And you recently had a chest infection, haven't you, Isaiah?
I did, or
Mm.
I still have actually.
Yeah. So this will allow that chest infection to clear.
I used to have them very frequently, chest infections.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't have for 5, 6 years. So it's been weird having this one show up again. Maybe it was in preparation.
So just let it release. Release any grief. Release any heavy energy from the chest. And I'm wondering if the little girl that hoarded all these souls, she's like a fragment of Isaiah's mind. Is she ready to reintegrate back into the grown up Isaiah now?
Mm, yeah, I think she is.
Okay, so Isaiah, I just want you to imagine that you can hold out your arms and embrace her in a hug. And then I want you to step back into your body so that she's no longer a fragmented part of your soul.
It's very interesting. That feels interesting. Like,
How so?
proof.
Do you feel more complete now?
I feel like there is a new spark, kind of this youth energy has just
Step back in.
reintegrated. Yeah.
Mhm. And how's our bridge going with the people? Are they still crossing?
Yeah, but I can see the end.
Okay. So I just want you to let Marika tell me when Marika can see all the ones crossed over from her end.
Hmm. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
The ones that are crossing now are very ancient.
Okay.
Like they're almost translucent. I don't
Hmm.
know who they are.
That's all right.
Very difficult to see.
That's all right. Just let them cross. Let them be. And while they're crossing, has Marika had the sense that she needed to feed all these people?
I wouldn't use the word feed, protect. Yeah.
Protect.
See,
Okay. So she wasn't actually
comfort.
collecting any resources for these people?
Maybe she was in some sense, because not consciously.
Yeah, sure. Subconsciously, yeah. Because one person doesn't need very much to survive. If you're feeding a cast of thousands, you need a lot of food, a lot of wood, a lot of
Mm,
everything.
yeah. Maybe she was overdoing it for just
Okay.
herself.
Okay. And how's Isaya's tribe going? Are they finished crossing the bridge?
Let's just going to say the bridge seems to be becoming vanish
Mm, okay.
from this end. And so the last people that are on it are already close to the other end.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
done for
All right.
now.
Great. All right. So Isaiah, I want you to fully step into Marik's life so that we're not getting any crossover anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so we should be stepping back into Marik's lifetime, into her house. Marika, are you
Yes.
back?
Yes.
Okay, darling. I want you to look around the house now. Do you sense any more energy that's still there, or does the house feel empty now?
Empty.
Empty? Great.
Okay.
And I want you to let me know if you can step back, rewind the video of your mind to the moment in your time in your life when you started to collect these souls and not let them cross over. I want you to look back to that moment and I want you to see what was happening in your mind at that time so we can understand the rationale. What were you feeling? What was happening?
I was very young
Hmm?
and somebody just died. I
Yep.
think my grandfather. And I didn't want him to die.
Okay, sure.
And very shortly after that, other people died.
Hmm.
And it felt like everybody was leaving. I felt sad. And I didn't want to die. And at the same time, I was, I knew I could help them live or I could help them die. And some of them wanted to die, didn't want to really let them die.
Okay, so Marik, I want you to bend down and give your younger self a hug and tell her it's okay, that we are never alone, and that we never actually die, just change costumes, that all her loved family members and friends will surround her as her guides when they transition. And I want you to give her a hug and allow that fragment of her mind to step back into you, just like Isaiah allowed the fragmented portion of her personality to step back into her. You're smiling, so you must feel better.
I could feel her energy in my feet,
Your feet, okay.
like a spring.
Spring in your feet, okay, perfect. All right, now, Marika, I want you to let us know what else is important for us to know from this lifetime.
It's all about the loneliness.
Mhm.
I want to say the weight of it.
The weight of loneliness, yep. What else can we witness
and
for
the
you today?
absence
The
and the
absence?
absence of trust into
Okay,
other
yes, that's
people.
yes, Isaiah
This
has an
kind of
issue with trust. Yep.
this is maybe one of the lives where I could experience that people are not trustworthy and that it's safer to be alone, but it's heavier.
Why is it safer to be alone? What have you experienced that makes you think that?
This thing about helping people to die and to live, this is magic, or they think it's magic. And so they don't like me.
Ah,
They need me, but they don't like me.
okay.
They fear me,
Mhm.
and it's the only way they don't kill me. So I can't trust them.
Okay. And is there anything that happens to you that proves that you can't trust them?
But it happened beforehand, since I saw what they did to the rest of my family.
Oh, what did they do to the rest of your family?
My mom and my aunts and grandmother, they had this magic thing too, and they're not here anymore.
Mhm.
I don't think they killed them. I don't know where they are. Maybe they did kill them. I don't know. I don't remember,
Okay.
but I fear that for myself.
Mhm.
And I think it's actually gonna. There's a river
Mhm.
on the other side of the village. I can feel there is so much fear coming from the village towards my
Mhm.
house, towards me. And sometimes it's, if it gets any bigger, it might give them courage, you
Mhm.
know, grab me and drown me
Okay.
and forget how much they need me. And again, this is heavy. Gosh, I can feel my body being contracted with this maybe.
Okay. What I want Marika to do to have a look at is this fear that she stores in her body, which is assimilated or absorbed by the community. Where is it lodged in her body?
It's in my belly,
Belly. Okay.
on top of my shoulders,
Mhm.
like a double weight.
Okay. And Marika, what I want you to do is I want you to check to see if the fear in your belly could say something to you. What would it say?
Run.
Okay. And this fear, is it just a thought form or is it something else?
It's heavy.
Okay.
So it has a consistency of weight, heaviness. And I think the paradox is it's the weight that prevents me from running, and
Okay.
still it wants me to run. So it's like it's double constraint, you could call it. When
Mhm.
you told do A and do B, and you can't do both. Paralyzing.
Okay. And Marika, are you ready to release that weight?
Yes, but I don't want to.
Okay. You don't have to run. You can just release the weight by simply asking it to return to the source that it came from, or just imagining it. Imagine the white light circling that area and turning it into smoke that leaves your body.
Okay, can work on that.
If you need to, you can just imagine yourself scooping it out of your body and throwing it into the river if you want.
Actually, what it feels like is every time I'm exhaling, I'm shrinking. Really weird. I think it's going back to the bone.
Mhm. So what we can do is we can call in the healing spirits of light to work beside you so they can clean and clear and cleanse and heal and seal that area of your body.
Of course, I heard Michael, asshole, say, finally,
Mm.
Derek. All right, then. It's interesting because I can feel there's a lot of green coming in, which I've been drawing and coloring a lot of pink and green lately.
Now, while that has been cleaned, healed, and sealed, can you focus on Marika's shoulders? And what would they say if they could speak? Marika?
You don't need to carry any of that. You don't need to carry anyone. You didn't have to,
Mhm.
and you don't have to anymore. Now they've all crossed, and they're not your responsibility. You can let go of them.
So, how would you like to Im- imagine, Marika, releasing the tension in your shoulders? Do you want to just take it off like a suit of armor or a jacket? Take it off and throw it on the ground? How do you feel is best to release it?
Actually, it's like a coat,
Hmm.
not like a jacket. It's a long thing.
Hmm.
It feels like it's heavy on the bottom as well. There is some
Right.
stones.
Sorry. Hmm.
And so she's walking towards the river with the coat on. And her intention is to take off the coat, leave it on the ground, and jump in the river and wash, swim,
Yep.
play.
Mhm.
And it's freezing cold. She's crazy. Oh gosh. It's so heavy when she takes it off. It's like she's literally feeling lighter,
Hmm.
so much lighter. But she's naked in front of the river and she's considering to get in. And she does. Blech. It's cold. It's good, but it's cold. When she comes out, the coat is not there anymore.
Okay, great.
There are other clothes that she can wear.
Perfect. So she can put them on.
Yeah. And they're blue.
Okay. Now, is there anything else that we need to see from this lifetime of Marika? I think we need to
Yeah, we
understand.
need to see. Yeah. Because what came to her was leave, change location.
Mhm.
There's nothing that is holding you in place. So just grab your things and go and find
Mhm.
somewhere else to be happier. And I can see her very Charlie Chaplin style, going away with a little suitcase or bag or whatever, basket. And basically, yeah, going away in the sunset. Like, bye, guys.
Perfect. Okay. So, what I would like to do, if there's nothing else, is I would like to just fast forward to the very last day of her life, because I need to witness her going up into the light to make sure that there's nothing else still holding her down or traveling with her, okay?
Mhm.
So can you let me know when she's on her last day of her life?
Yeah, there we are.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's very old and she's
Mhm.
dying just, well, she's in front of a little house thingy, hut, whatever, on top of a hill, cliff rather. There's a
Mm.
sea thing. And she's sitting on the bench outside and she's dying just of old age. Oh,
Okay.
that makes me sad.
Well, you can release it now. That's all right. Have a good cry. That's all right. Let it out. Let it all out. Better out than in. Allow yourself to grieve. When you're ready, I want you to witness the spirit leaving her body and follow her. Marika will follow you as you go up in towards the light. Are you following the light? Let me know what's happening.
It's like her spirit or her soul is kind of this glittery ball of light and it goes up.
Okay. And who's waiting for her at the top?
Everyone. It's like she has a huge welcome committee. So many grateful people
Okay.
for her work.
And is there anyone there in that welcoming committee that stands out as being brighter or more colourful or more significant than anyone else?
There's someone she was hoping to meet again. And there he is.
What's his name?
Johan.
Okay, the Johan. Same
Yeah,
Johan as we talked about
I think
before?
it was. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it was her sweetheart or something when she
Mhm.
was a teenager.
Okay.
And then he died.
Okay.
Reunion.
Lovely. Now, Johan, can you please take Marika to the special location where she's going to review her life, please?
And she has a body again. Figure-old body again. And she's sitting in some kind of chair, big
Mhm.
library type.
Okay. All right. So, Marika, what was the main lesson from that life that you just viewed and were part of?
We can't carry other people's weights.
Okay.
Good for them, it's not good for you.
Okay. And was there a reason that you experienced this particular lifetime? What was the plan?
I don't.
I know? Okay. What about when you're looking back on your life, Marika? Are there any limiting beliefs or vows that you made that need to be released today?
Again, it's about sacrificing for others and paying in loneliness.
Okay.
And to do what I do, I need to be lonely or pay. So
And are there any other major emotions other than loneliness that were important in that lifetime, left residue that needs to be released and healed today?
it's not clear.
Clear. Okay. All right. So, are you ready to release the belief that to do what I do, I need to be lonely?
Yes,
Okay. What percentage between 0 and 100%? What percent are you honestly ready to release?
100. No, I'm ready. This is
100%. Okay. All right. So, perfect. What I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to say after me, I release
I release any limiting beliefs from this lifetime
which suggest
which suggest
that I need to be lonely
that I need to be lonely
to do what I do.
to do what I do.
I release this into the white light of the spirit.
I release this into the white light of spirit.
I am now free of the emotional residues of loneliness.
I am now free of the emotional residues of learning this.
I thrive in the company of others.
I thrive in the company of others. Like that.
I enjoy working with others.
I enjoy working with others.
Are there any other positive words that spring to your mind now about this?
Fun to work with others.
It's fun to work with others. Great. Okay. All right. So I just want to remind you that limiting beliefs and residues from old lifetimes have now been successfully released. Your conscious and superconscious and subconscious mind have agreed to release this for 100%. Now, I want you to also take a moment, please, and realize that contrasting situations such as this lifetime that you've just experienced teach us lessons and help us to become stronger. However, we no longer need to bring the emotional residue, both physically, emotionally, spiritually, etherically, into forward lifetimes. So we now release and cleanse any residual emotions, thought, behaviors, or feelings from this lifetime that were affecting all other incarnations, and in particular Isaya's incarnation. This is now done. And Isaiah, I would like you to invite your spirit guides to now come in and assist you for the next part of the session. Could you please let me know when you sense the presence of a spirit guide?
Yeah.
Okay. And who's here for you, Isaiah?
My guardian angel,
Your guardian angel.
amongst other people. I think there's more. Michael must be there. But for sure, my guardian angel.
Okay. Your guardian angel. Have we met your guardian angel before in a session?
I don't remember if I have, but I'm not sure you were there.
Okay, yeah, all right. Can you remind me what your guardian angel's name is?
Yes. Weird name. His name is Banana Bangles.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I know Banana Bangles. Yes, okay. I'm Banana Bangles. Sorry. All right. And Banana Bangles, for this specific section of today, Isaiah hasn't done this before, but I want you to bring into her awareness some of these other spirit guides, and I want to teach Isaiah the concept of how to check a spirit guide. And we know that true spirit guides will never get offended about what we're about to do, but this is just an exercise for illustration purposes. So, Banana Bangles, if you could ask somebody to step forward who'd like to be a volunteer in this game. And
Okay.
could this person, Isaiah, hold out your hand and tell me how they feel?
So we're talking a person here.
Any kind of entity, anyone who's there that claims to be a spirit guide of some sort to you.
Okay. And what was the question again? Sorry.
Can you hold out your hand?
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me how they feel.
Big.
Okay. Temperature wise?
Hot.
Hot. Okay, great. And can you look into their eyes?
If I ask them to sit down, yes.
Yes. You can see into their eyes clearly?
Yeah.
What other color their eyes?
They are blue with gold sparkles.
Okay. And can you ask them if they were ever a human being?
No.
And do they have a name? How do they want you to call them?
This is Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel. Okay. So, Gabrielle, you'll appreciate this is just a test. Okay. So, Isaiah.
Yep.
Beside you is a pot of salt, cooking salt. Like, just fling some on Gabrielle for me.
Yeah. So what?
Okay. Anything? We'll just give it 30 seconds and tell me if anything happens.
Oh, okay. Nope.
No. Excellent. Okay. So, Gabrielle has passed the salt test.
Oh, this was a test.
This was a test. Okay. So, what I want you to do from now on, Isaiah, is I want any time that you meet a new spirit guide, okay, in a meditation or any of your spiritual work that you're doing, before you read a tarot card for somebody and you call on a spirit guide to give you the guidance, I want you to look into their eyes, feel their hand, and do the salt test. Okay. If they are a false spirit guide, because there are a lot going around at the moment who can mask almost identically what your real spirit guide looks like. They sound the same, they look the same, but they won't let you see into their eyes. Their eyes will be dark instead of the normal color. They will feel cool to touch, and they will dissolve when you throw salt on them.
Okay.
Okay? So it's just because there's a lot of fake spirit guides masquerading at the moment. So I just wanted to arm you with that knowledge, okay?
Thank you.
I'm not saying that you have them around you. I'm just teaching you this skill for the future for when you connect in meditation and using your tarot and your oracle cards. Okay, beautiful. What I wanted to do now, just quickly, is I wanted to do a quick body scan now that we have scanned Marika and we crossed over all those souls, because we know that thoughts and emotions and entities of all kinds contribute massively to the weight of a physical being as well as spiritual weight. I just want you to pretend you have a torch or a lightsaber, and I want you to start from your feet and scan your body. Just let me know if you feel anything uncomfortable, anything beeps or buzzes, like you've experienced this before, any sounds or colors, symbols.
So there is a little clicking sound in my lungs or
In
lung
your lungs.
areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you say
Not
ticking
the
sound?
same. Clicking, I
Clicking.
said. Yeah.
Clicking sound.
And there's also a symbol there. When you said symbol, I saw that, which is weird because it's not one of mine usual. It's Ankh.
I know very well, yes.
I don't. It's not one of my go-to or familiar ones. It
That's all right.
seems to be there now.
Okay. All right, so I want you
Gold
to do
Ankh.
the gold. Okay, I want you
Yeah.
to really focus in on the clicking sound and the gold unk. And I want you to see, first of all, if that unk could actually say something, what would it say to you?
You're safe.
Okay.
Breathe.
And what is the clicking noise about?
Actually, when you said ticking earlier on, what I saw was a kind of a mechanism
Mhm.
that was building the ankh, if that makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
like a clock thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like something new is ticking. Basically, it's coming into connection. Uh, yeah, the installation of something.
Okay.
This mechanical ankh is because there is no ticking sound now.
All right. So, Isaiah, we don't usually permit anything to be ticking, clicking, or any kind of a symbol, even if it's this beautiful gold ink. We don't permit that in our bodies. So I'd like you to call forth the person that placed that. Who's the owner of that ink?
I don't.
Okay, so I'm going to specifically ask the ink to step forward and please identify themselves.
I feel like the thing is, it's not meant to stay. It was there to just um, spring something to life.
Okay.
And if I insist on who put it there, what I get is Michael.
Okay.
So obviously, it can't be bad.
No. I was just checking to make sure it wasn't a past life persona who put it there.
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I don't think so. Because again, as I said earlier on, it's not one of my familiar things and it doesn't belong to me. It's
Okay.
like it had a mission and it's actually fading as we speak.
Okay. Thank you.
Kind of the
Thanks, Michael.
message is there now, but the object or the symbol itself does not need to remain.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you very much. Can you scan the rest of your body, please, just to do a check?
Feel much lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, feel okay.
Okay. All right. So I'd just like to call in Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael because we are coming to the end of the session, and I would just like to invite them to pass on any messages and or do any healing, please, today. So if you could let me know.
Just feeling good.
Feeling good. Okay. And I just Archangel Michael will know what I'm talking about. I would like a reaction, please. Shall I read this prayer?
Sure.
It's a prayer about the body.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. The prayer is called I Love My Body.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so it says, Dear Lord, I am learning to love this body that I have been given. I am requesting greater insight into the blessings I have been given by having this particular body. I love my body. Despite what I may have been told growing up, I am whole, perfect, and complete, and beautiful in the eyes of God. I love my body. I'm filling my body with the loving power of Almighty God. Right. I'm filling my body with the healing light of the heaven world. The core of my being, I'm filled with the absolute light of the divine. I love my body. Dear Lord, I am so grateful for this amazing body. Thank you for this wonderful structure that houses my soul. I love my body. Amen.
Thank you.
Okay, and Isaiah, what I invite you to do now is I just want you to realize that you have made amazing progress today. I'd like to thank you for being open to releasing all those souls back to the light. And knowing that you will feel so much lighter spiritually, emotionally, mentally, in your etheric body and in your physical body and in your spiritual body. All aspects of your soul are now lighter. So soon you can come back fully into the present life, feeling great because you have been able to regress into a past life where we learned so many lessons today about the weight of loneliness. You no longer feel lonely, and you are now filled up with light and happiness and the joy of connection and companionship. We thank your spirit guides, and higher self for their help. We ask that they help you integrate this past life recall into your daily life. So anytime you think of this session, you become more present in the now. And desire, I'm just letting your subconscious mind know to access the 5 files that I sent you and to please over the next 7 days listen to the sealing and healing exercise so that we can fill any spaces that the various earthbound spirits have taken up in your energetic field over the 2 incarnations. So, what we are going to do now is I am just going to call upon the healing spirits of light to heal any spaces left by any spirit attachments or from the extra heaviness of the ghosts, the earthbound spirits in the 2 lifetimes. We ask the healing spirits of light to heal any after effects of this extra energetic residue in both lifetimes, including healing any residues of thoughts or feelings that belonged to those spirits that were not your own. I want you to also visualize the healing spirits of light sending light to all areas of body that need it most and throughout your whole body. I want you to imagine, visualize, or feel a white or golden light with a healing, loving, wise energy flying down from the top of your head, down to your face and your jaw, over your neck and throat, down to your shoulders, back, and core, filling you with a healing, peaceful energy. Let it flow down to your spine, through your chest, spreading deeper with every heartbeat and breath, all the way down to your legs and to your feet. We call upon the healing spirits of light to do the sealing light exercise. Fill those clean spaces with a golden white light that surrounds the whole body in a healing cocoon of light. Find a central point of light within you, Isaiah. Let this light grow from this central point within you and expand so it surrounds you and fills every cell of your body. Let this aura of light remain so strong for the coming minutes and days as Isaiah recovers and prepares to fully integrate this experience. Isaiah, as you visualize, hear, or feel the light healing your body, you can also focus your attention on healing the emotions from the stories that you have witnessed today. Recall how your wiser self can see things with calm, clarity, and wisdom, and feel the energies of acceptance, forgiveness, and loving kindness. Isaiah, you have done great. For the next few days, reduce your schedule of work and exercise and increase your sleep and relaxation. Each morning and night, practicing the exercises of scanning your body, cleaning and healing with light, and filling and sealing with light. You are free. The old way of loneliness and heaviness is over. You no longer need to keep people back from crossing over, as you know that you will always be connected with them. You allow their buoyancy and light to fill them at any time that somebody needs to transition over. Any old residues can no longer affect you in any way anymore. Any side effects of residues of the people that you are surrounded with, like unhelpful habits, thoughts, ideas, or memories, cannot control or affect you in any way anymore. Now, when you look back at what happened today and in the past, in terms of earthbound spirits, you can see it from a high, non dualistic perspective. Perhaps there are no good or bad experiences, just experiences that help us learn and grow a soul. A being or a multitude of beings that give us a hard time by staying behind and draining our energy, even if we requested them to do so, give us the opportunity to rise above the challenge so tough experiences can eventually be a blessing in disguise. You have set the courage to reinstate your own personal energetic boundaries. You have the confidence and clarity to set your intention to follow your own inner light and not be influenced by anybody externally. You've now shown at a high level that you can rise above the frequencies of fear, anger, and deception to choose wisdom, forgiveness, and compassion. You have decided to rise above any heavy energies and choose peace, lightness, and buoyancy. Imagine all the ways the powerful freedom you attained in this session can benefit you in the future. You can feel great about all you've learnt and done. Congratulations. Now I'm going to count you up to 5, and at 5, you'll be able to come back into the moment feeling good. Fully coming up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, feeling good.
Oh,